In this episode, we will take you to the Global Chongqing Entrepreneurs Conference to see how business leaders plan for the future development. Hear Professor McFarland's deep insights on concepts like unity of humans and nature and their relevance in the tech area. Meet a unique figure known as the High Heel Secretary and see how his short videos are driving rural revitalization. Finally, review this week's top Chongqing stories that have captured global attention. Recently, the Global Chongqing Entrepreneurs Conference was grandly held in Chongqing. Business and government leaders from home and abroad gathered in the mountain city to discuss friendship, collaboration, and future development.
It was truly a grand event. Reports show that this conference facilitated cooperation projects worth 56.7 billion yuan, demonstrating Chongqing's strong investment appeal.
Let's take a closer look at the highlights of this investment-focused event.
Recently, over 630 business representatives from 56 countries and regions gathered in Chongqing for the Global Chongqing Entrepreneurs Conference, securing 56.7 billion yuan in projects spanning new energy vehicles, smart manufacturing, and artificial intelligence.
This year, we have also, through the ACFIC and the Hong Kong Chongqing Friendship Federation, we have introduced a national laboratory from Chongqing to the Hong Kong Science Park to cooperate with a listed company. Their platform is not a listing platform, but it can introduce their technology to Hong Kong. Products from Chongqing can be transformed into state-recognized products through this platform. By utilizing Hong Kong's more international platform, we can convert different products into international standards. Chongqing is already nurturing world-class industries. For example, new energy vehicle maker Ceres is not only selling domestically, but also globally. In the field of equipment manufacturing, Chongqing is already a national leader. In the future, we will likely see even greater integration of new technologies such as artificial intelligence in technological innovation and industrial development, where I believe Chongqing will achieve even more.
In this previous episode, we spoke with Cambridge anthropologist Professor McFarland. In this episode, he delves deeper into the philosophical foundations of Chinese civilization. He compares fundamental differences between Eastern and Western thinking and highlights how ideas such as the unity of humans and nature offer vital insights for today's technological society.
When you ask what have we in the West learned from China, we haven't learned. Now, whether that means we can't learn, we're too stupid to learn, or we're too fossilized or rigid to learn, or whether there are features in our social structure which makes it impossible. You see, China, you could put it another way. I've got very interested in the distinction between two philosophical systems. The West is based on binary concepts, either or. China is based on quantum philosophies, both and, which is why China is much far ahead in quantum theory and in quantum computing. So we have, from Aristotle onwards, have the concept of the excluded middle. In other words, you can't have anything in between. So as when Trump or people say, you're for us or against us, and people say, like India, we don't want to be either for you or against you. He said, no, you've got to choose. You're for the enemy or for us. Everything in our lives, our legal system, our political system, our economic system is based on zero-sum games and confrontation and so on. So if you look at the current legal system in China, it has elements, very strong elements of the West, but it's also got some Chineseness. If you look at the way ordinary Chinese live their lives, they're very rational and pragmatic, and they look on the surface quite Western. But once you dig a bit deeper and you look at the thought processes and you look at the rituals they're performing, you know, the sweeping the tombs or the little ancestor shrines, and they're still, and you can see it in actually very well put. Any conversation in China I have with anyone for more than 10 minutes, and they start talking about Confucius. You haven't yet, but
you started.
In other words, the time of Lao Tse and Confucius and Mencius, the Tang poets, is still alive. Time in China is not serial. We still live with the first Qing emperor, the Zhao dynasty or whatever. The Chinese world is still ancient and new. I'm hoping that China will teach the West some very important things. Above all, sort of hinted at in Chairman Xi governance pronouncements and ideas of, the Shanghai Cooperation Organization and the Belt and Road and all these sorts of initiatives, basically how to live with other civilizations. Because with our binary thinking, we either had to conquer or be conquered. And America has to be either first or it's dead. So we live in increasing belligerent confrontation. And the world is too small for that now. And therefore, unless we learn from the Chinese as to how, for the last 1,000 years, they have led surrounded by potentially warlike invaders or people they could conquer. And on the whole, they have worked out a system of living with their neighbors in a relatively peaceful way.
Speaking of rural revitalization, a Chongqing influencer named Chongqing has recently gained wide attention. Known for walking through the fields in high heels, netizens affectionately call him the high heel secretary.
Right. Through humorous short videos filled with striking contrasts, he not only showcases the joy of rural life, but also helps farmers turn their work into real income.
Let's follow the camera and get to know this unique chronicler of rural life.
Wearing high heels, he walks through the rural fields, creating funny videos with the elderly villagers, gaining over 2.8 million followers along the way. Through live streaming, he has sold over 150,000 orders of local farm products, generating nearly 10 million yuan in sales, and helping more than 6,000 villagers in over 10 villages across Chongqing increase their income. High heels and muddy fields may seem worlds apart, yet together they've become his most genuine and distinctive mark of rural life.
哎，我闺蜜来了，家人们，我闺蜜来了。
来，4个名头。
If you want to create a persona or make something scripted, there's already too much of that online. Once you start doing that, it just feels fake. What makes my videos so well liked is that people truly feel they're real. I'm simply recording the beauty of everyday life, adding a touch of contrast to make it more engaging. I make short videos in high heels, filming together with the elderly in the village. Spending time with them in the countryside is already something quite uncommon for most people. And when you add the high heels, that contrast naturally draws attention. With that attention, I can then promote and sell our local agricultural products.
He walks through the fields in high heels, guiding the elderly into the camera's frame. Filming videos has become a shared joy for them all.
My parents also joined Chongqing in making videos. I think what he's doing is really positive, and it makes our parents feel less lonely at home.
I'm 84 now, and making videos just makes me happy. Chongqing always calls us over to his place. Before, I would sit alone feeling quiet and gloomy, but when we're there, there's talking and laughter. He's happy and I'm happy too. I've never worn makeup before, and I've never walked a red carpet or done a fashion show. It's both surprising and fun for me.
Unlike before, many elderly people would just sit at home. Some would watch TV, and some elderly people who don't know how to use a smartphone would sit by the door from dawn to dusk, feeling lonely. With someone like Chongqing around, many of them come over to join him, and everyone has a great time together.
When I spend time with the elderly in our village, just chatting and joking around, it really feels like it cleanses my soul. Honestly, it does. You should try it. When you're surrounded by dozens of elderly villagers, you'll feel it. It truly purifies you. I never thought I was doing something great or meaningful. To be honest, it's the elderly villagers who work so hard growing these farm products. I'm just showing in my own way that life in the countryside can be peaceful, joyful, and full of warmth. And in that atmosphere, we also sell our local farm products because the elderly villagers always support me. Why are the elderly in your village so willing to join me? It's because they're open-minded and kind. They've made it possible for me to earn money, and for everyone else to earn money too. It's not that only I can do this. For example, if someone else, another young person, returned to the village, they could do the same thing, maybe even better.
This week, Chongqing continues to showcase its diverse appeal on the international stage. Let's take a look at the stories that have captured global attention.
Recently, the Chongqing visit by European advanced manufacturing enterprises has attracted close attention from overseas media. Outlets such as Europa Press, Hong Kong Commercial Daily, and Noticias de Navarra have all featured special reports on the event. Meanwhile, the launch of the direct flight route from Chongqing to Brussels has also become a focus for domestic and international media. Prominent global media platforms including World News, Korea Economic Daily, Xinhua Deutsch, and CGTN Español have successively published related reports highlighting the international media's ongoing interest in Chongqing's global development. The 7th China-ASEAN Legal Cooperation Forum was held in Chongqing, focusing on legal collaboration and building a shared future for both sides. The forum received significant attention from domestic official media, with CGTN producing multilingual coverage, Xinhua and China Daily also publishing English reports, forming a multilingual communication network. In addition, the booming growth of Chongqing's spicy noodles industry has also drawn considerable interest. Xinhua, People's Daily Online English Edition, and China Economic Net English Edition have all published illustrated reports showcasing the positive impact of this distinctive local industry. On YouTube, the vlogger at Tonuzem shared a first-person perspective video of the Liziba station, Line 2, passing through a residential building. Despite having only 800 followers, the video has already garnered over 1.28 million views and 7,100 likes, demonstrating the strong curiosity and affection of overseas netizens for Chongqing's urban marvels.
That's all for today's episode. Thanks to everyone for watching, and thanks to Piumi for her wonderful insights.
Thanks, Alex. And thank you all for tuning in. We'll bring you more stories from Chongqing next time.
Let's meet, showcasing new Chongqing to the world. I'm your host, Alex. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.
And I'm Piumi. Bye-bye.